Hello, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Back to another episode of Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. I'm Timothy Earle from Picks and Parlays and Earle Sports Bets. Today, we've got a 7-game slate to talk about. Before we jump into that, we'll look back at yesterday, which, as when recording this, 2 games have already finished. The Heat beat the Pelicans by 4, so Pelicans covered and went under the total. And the Clippers beat the Mavericks by 14, and it went under as well, 112-98. I did have Dallas on my card, so that kind of was rough. My other 2 plays play later. As I'm recording this at about 6:30, I got Denver minus the 5, or 5.5, and I got Golden State minus 6.5 as my best bet. So we'll see how those go. If you guys are interested in all my plays, 1 week NBA pass for only $70. Picksandparlays.net/Tim if you guys are interested in that. I will have a best bet on today's slate. And I will give a disclaimer before we jump into everything. A, I do not bet every single one of these plays. B, lines are subject to change. I'm recording this at 6:30. By the time this goes live, about 12 hours later, some of these lines could be different. It happens. So make sure you guys just keep an eye out for that. And I don't bet every single game. All the games that I do bet are on the picksandparlays.net website, and it's right there. We'll start it off with the Bucks and the Pistons. The Bucks are 7.5-point favorites. 225.5 is the total. I'm still questionable on Giannis. I don't know what he's going to be doing this game because he's missed a couple of games in a row. You get the Detroit Pistons, who are coming off of the game in Paris. So I'm not sure what we're really going to be getting out of them. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a slower game in this one. I know low scoring in Detroit really doesn't make much sense. I'm going to go under here. It's because the Milwaukee Bucks have been solid. They're 23rd in scoring. They're 6th in defense. I think they'll be able to slow down this Pistons team to the point where they get maybe 100. And I don't foresee Milwaukee putting up 120 in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one under the total of 225.5. The Celtics and the Magic are up next. The Magic are 6.5-point dogs. So our Celtics are favorites. And 228.5 is the total in this one. You get the Celtics, who, after getting blown out by Oklahoma City, have won 9 straight games. They are back to kind of where they were for a while, and that's pretty much one of the best teams in the NBA. And some people can make the argument of the best team in the NBA. I don't care. I'm taking the Magic plus the points. I'm taking the home dog. This is still a Celtics team that, when they did play, I believe when they played Orlando the last couple of times, Orlando did cover against them both times. That is correct. Orlando has covered in all 3 games against the Boston Celtics so far. Granted, those were 9, 11, and 13-point spreads. I'm going to go ahead and take them plus the 6.5. I think they have a shot to win this one outright as well, but we're just going to take the points in this one. My best bet comes in this game between the Bulls and the Hawks. Once again, if you guys are interested in that, it's over on the website. And that's on the side of this game. Bulls are 1.5-point favorites, total of 236.5. I'm going to go under. I'm expecting a slower game. I'm not really sure what we're going to get out of the Bulls coming off of that Paris game. The Hawks, after losing a game as a 7.5-point favorite to the Hornets, is a little bit concerning. I lean towards an under in this one. My best bet is on the side. So if you guys are interested in that one, you guys can check that over on the site. We'll keep on rolling. Minnesota Timberwolves are 6.5-point favorites in Houston, taking on the Rockets. 227.5 is the total in this one. And I went under. This is a Houston team that's not a good scoring team at all. 109 points a game, which is second to worst in the league, behind only ahead of the Miami Heat. Their defense is not particularly good, but and then you get Minnesota, who's about 11th in scoring and 19th in defense. And they've been going under as of late. They've gone under in 3 out of their last 5. These 2 teams just played last game, and it finished 113-104. I think it's going to be something similar to that. We'll go ahead and take that one under as well. Charlotte and Utah will be going at it. Utah is a 8-point favorite. 223.5 is the total there. Charlotte is coming off of 2 straight wins for the first time in a while. But one of the big things here is fading Utah as a favorite. They are 7-15, which is 31.8% as a favorite this year against the spread. That's not a team I want to be backing. I'm going to be going after the Hornets. I'm not sure if they necessarily have a shot to win this game, but I can't trust the Jazz as this big of a favorite. I'll go ahead and grab the Hornets plus the 8. 2 games left, the Spurs and the Blazers. The Blazers are 9-point faves. 239.5 is the total in this one. I can't trust the Blazers as a 9-point favorite or as a favorite in general right now. I don't think their record against the spread is all that good as a favorite either. Actually, they're 10, 11 and 9 as a favorite this year, but that's still not a team that I want to be going after. I'm not backing the Spurs. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one over. The Spurs are still dead last in defense, 121.6 points a game. Not a team that I want to be backing any unders in. We'll go ahead and take the over in this one. And then this one was one of my favorite games, minus my best bet, and it's Memphis and Sacramento. Memphis is a 2.5-point favorite. 242.5 is the total. I like the Kings. Give me the Kings outright on the money line. Now, Memphis will be on a second leg of a back-to-back because they're going up against Phoenix tonight before I recorded this. And then they go up against Sacramento the next day. It's going to be a very tough back-to-back for them. And I think they fall in this one. I like the Kings outright. Outright, they're 2.5-point dogs. But I like the Kings money line to wrap up the night. If you want to know all the ones that are on the site or all the ones that I bet, they're all on the site, picksandparlays.net/Tim for a week pass. Only $70 for all my NBA plays. But that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NBA.